Well, it's easier than it looked. I was a little concerned, even though it's low water, but I did all right. I didn't have to put my sandals on or get wet or anything like that, so that's the good news. The bad news, you can't see it here, but I start my big climb here. All right, so I'm in the middle of a sustained climb in here. It's a good climb. The middle part of this trail really climbs with some steep sections, and it's sustained until probably about the 4-mile mark. So I probably have less than a mile of climbing left, and then it drops down to the lakes. Good climb in here though. It's about a 2,000 foot climb elevation in here. So eat your Wheaties. Okay, so there's a group of 3 lakes in here. There's one right down here. That's the lowest lake in the group. It has brook trout in numbers beyond the capacity of your hand calculator. Their size is about the size of your calculator too. Then there's 2 lakes that sit up in here, and that's where I'm going. I've fished them. This will be my 4th time in 15 years or so. Yeah, that's where they are. They sit right over there in that basin. I've got a little bit more climbing to do, and then there's a descent to the lake. So anyway, more to come. Old cabin here. It's kind of a, I don't know, a milepost or a I don't know what you call it. It signifies you're getting near the high point of the climb. A little bit more climb up here. We break out of the timber here in a few minutes, and then there's a little bit of a climb that junctions with another trail that takes off to the north, and then we drop down to the lakes. Okay, I've just started my descent into the basin. So my target lake is over there, and then there's one in front of it. Lake Excess and Sickle Lake, I'm going to call them. Okay, this is the first lake that the trail comes to. This is Lake Excess. I call it Lake Excess. I've seen a couple of fish rising here. If the stocking schedule's right, it should have 3-year-olds this year as well. There's no natural reproduction in this lake, so it has to be stocked. They've kind of waffled. First it was on a 6-year stocking schedule, then on a 4-year. I think it's currently on a 4-year now. Kind of perplexing, because I was here 3 years ago and I saw some fish caught that looked like they were 2-year-olds, but according to M-Fish, this was stocked in 2023. I do know I fished this years and years ago on my first trip in here, and it had 2-year-olds and 6-year-olds. The 2-year-olds were about 11 inches, but the 6-year-olds were 19, 20 inches. Okay, here we are, Sickle Lake. I'm about 5.5, not quite 5.5 miles from the trailhead. Good climb in here. I was here 3 years ago. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross the outlet down here and go over here. I've always done well up there on that sandy beach. I've always done real well up there, so that's kind of what I'm going to do. Okay, it's 11:20, Sunday, September 10th. Took me a little bit longer to get in here than I thought it would. It took me about 3 hours. Thought I'd made better time than that, but obviously not. So I'm here. I've kind of moseyed on over to the, where am I at? I'm on the southeast side of the lake. I've always done very well here. A few fish rising here. The bottom drops off here pretty good a little bit. So this lake, rock and mud bottom. So that signals chironomids. So I'm going to rig up one of my rods with a floating line, a indicator leader, and 2 nymphs under a strike indicator. And then the other rod I'm going to rig up with a floating fly line and my ant. Don't know, I don't have a lot of time for relaxed fishing because it took me a while to get in here, but oh well. This is day 1 of what I hope to be a 2-day trip. I'm going somewhere else tomorrow day hiking, so looks like I'm the only one in here. I didn't see anybody at the trailhead. There are no other vehicles, nobody at the campground. I did see some horse sign coming in, but I wasn't clear on how recent it had been. So, but it looks I haven't seen another soul in here. It looks like I'm the only person in here. So I haven't been fishing very long. I caught a little guy, and then on my third cast, I caught him. This is about, this is a west slope. It looks like a west slope. About 15 inches. Maybe might go 16. I don't know. Very nice. Very nice fish. Hit the chironomid. Yeah. Not a bad start. Very nice fish. I don't know if I got that recorded, but so I've only been fishing about 10-15 minutes. I caught a little guy on my first cast. On my third cast, I caught this guy. He grabbed the indicator, and then I hooked him as he was going down. Nice west slope, 15, maybe 16 inches. Very nice fish. Very nice fish. Not a bad start. All right, so there's fish working out here. They're rising. Looks like they might be taking midges or something, I don't know. But the one that I caught, he whacked the indicator, and then I don't know if what he did, hooked himself or whatever. I saw the strike indicator go under, so that was the one I just released. So we'll see what happens with this. I need to rig up. I wanted to rig up my other rod with a floating fly line and an ant. I'll give this a little bit here. I was going to kind of alternate here and kind of see what happens. All right, it's 12:30. I haven't been fishing that long, maybe 30-45 minutes. I've only caught the one little one and the one nice one. I think I don't have my I think I've got my indicator set too shallow. I checked the depth with my eye bobber, and it's not very far. It's about 9-10 feet. So I'll make that adjustment after lunch here. The bad news is, I think conditions are decent. I don't have a lot of time for relaxed fishing. I basically got to start packing up about 3:30 at the latest and get out of here. Since it took me so long to get in here, I was thinking it would take 2.5 hours. No, there's one that's right out here. I still really, though, I need to try my aunt. I really need to try my aunt in here, because these fish, they're in close and they're rising. And I think that would be good. But some clouds have started, nothing organized. They said there was a 20% chance of afternoon thunderstorms today, but we'll see. I'm glad to be here. It's this at one time this lake was like the best lake I had ever fished. Twice. I had 2 trips here that was just fantastic. Fish up to 20 inches. They last stocked it in 2020, so there's 3-year-olds here, but it also has natural reproduction, and they are apparently, the recommendation I read in the write-up for the lake in the survey report is that they're recommending dropping it from the stocking program, because they believe the natural reproduction is enough to sustain the fishery. So we'll see if that's true. 2020 may be the last time this lake was stocked, but it has. My first 2 trips here, I caught some gorgeous McBride cutthroats that were up to about 20 inches. Rainbow cutthroat hybrids. Those were my first 2 trips. My last trip here, which was 3 years ago, Labor Day weekend, it was disappointing. I caught, I don't know, 4 west slopes, 4 or 5 west slopes. Some of them were nice size, but overall it was disappointing. So I'm hoping it fishes better today. I just don't have a lot of time with the length of the hike. So hopefully I can get things dialed in and catch some more fish. So it's 1:30. I've been fishing a little bit, but we got weather moving in. And it's enough to concern me. They said 20% chance. That was when I looked yesterday evening. 20% chance. So I really didn't expect much. I've seen some clouds building. And what concerns me is this over here. We've basically got, I've heard a little bit of rumbling. And this beach over here, well, it's not exactly the best place to be in the middle of a thunderstorm waving a fly rod around. So I'm kind of, I don't know, what bothers me is this whole thing doesn't look very organized, but this one here, pretty threatening, and I don't know, I don't want to be zapped. So I don't know, it doesn't bode well, because I don't have a lot of time left. I'm kind of already starting to count time. Like I said, it's 1:30, and another hour and a half I need to be packing up and heading down the hill. So I don't know, we'll see. I've taken shelter up here in there's a bunch of campsites on the east side of the lake. Really nice campsites that I've camped at before here. And trees and stuff. So I got my pack and the fly rod's there, and I may I may sneak out and try to make a few casts with the ant, just kind of close, and something happens, I can get back to shelter real quick. Well, so I almost was ready to pack up, and I decided I'd give it another try. It looks like it's clearing somewhat. I don't know. We've got some blue sky over here. I haven't seen any lightning. I've heard rumbling and and that's really about it. I haven't seen any lightning or anything like that. And I haven't really seen any rain until now. I'm starting to feel some. Either way I do it, I don't have much time in here. I figured I'd give it a try, but finally I got another one. So I had boy, I hope this thing is recording. Yes, it is. I had I was fishing with my indicator. This looks like a rainbow. I was fishing with my indicator, and I had one rip off the, just grabbed the dial balk and he ripped it off. And I tried a few more casts, and this is a little rainbow. So I tried a few more casts with no success, and so I, with just a single fly, just a chironomid, and I switched over to the ant, and then I caught a little guy. This is about 6 inches, and then I just caught this guy here, so he's all right. He's a little rainbow, about 12 inches. Yeah, this is a rainbow. I don't know that this is a hybrid. He's about 13. Yeah. Yeah. So there he is. That's a little rainbow. All right, back you go, bud. Well, it's a little after 3, and I'm headed back to grab my pack and pack up. Yeah, disappointing day. Oh well. I caught 4, 2 little ones about 6 to 7 inches, and then a very nice west slope that was about 15 to 16 inches, and then that rainbow here that was 12 to 13. But kind of disappointing. You know, I don't even know if I had 2 hours of fishing with the lateness of getting in here, eating lunch, and then dodging that storm. But the weather's cleared, so but it took me a while to get in here, so I'm gonna head out, go to the hotel, and then tomorrow I'm making another day hike to a lake that I've been fishing, that I've been to 4 times already. So anyway, pretty lake. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, the last 2 times I've been in here, it's been disappointing. Not at all like the first 2 times. And I don't know if it's the change in stocking, if it's pressure. I don't know. Well, I'm headed out. There's Lake Excess. Certainly gorgeous views on the way out.